Hi folks, an extremely warm welcome to you. Well, not too warm as you get burnt, but you know what I mean. My name is Nick, we're on the Commodore Amiga, and there's more of this flim-flamming about. But we've been playing Thunderblade, published by US Gold in 1989, based on the arcade A Coin Up from SEGA in 1987. Now, it's an alternating top-down, chase-view, helicopter gunship combat sim over 12 levels. Also come out on the Amstrad CPC, Atari ST, Commodore 64-DOS, Spectrum, and a number of other things. We've already reviewed Super Thunderblade, which is like an amalgamation on the Mega Drive, so let's see how this one compares. The arcade game was quite popular, so fingers crossed for me. Now, it seems to have quite dubious control. Right, okay, this looks a bit iffy. How do I move the helicopter? Right, up, down, forward and fire button. It says to control the speed, and God, this is a bit bad. I'm dying every 2 seconds. Give me a chance. At least give me a lead. Oh man, what's going on? At least give me a lead in, so I've got a chance of starting. Come on, Nick. Right, we're off and running. The speed is a bit hard to control. So you can go. This is really hard to control. So you can go up and down to duck behind stuff. Avoid crashing into the buildings. Get low to destroy the tank. Oh, bloody hell. Sorry. Oh, this isn't a swearing channel. I was very close. Perhaps I did. I don't know. But that's not really hardcore swearing. That was bad. That was really bad. Maybe I just take a while to get used to controls and I get a bit of speed, I'll be a little bit better. Okay, right. Okay, let's give it another go. Music seems okay. Coding by Teartex, which US Gold used a lot. That is a combo that you never wanted to see ever. Right, okay. Right, let's have another go. Honest go. So oddly, to accelerate, it's not just push forward, it's fire button and forward, and then take your fingers off that. So they're advertising Pepsi. I'm being clobbered already. Okay, and I've died. Have I? No, right, okay, let's go. We could do a few continues here. So up high, maybe they can't hit me up high. Try and avoid all these emplacements here. Let's just concentrate on trying to survive. So I'm doing a little bit better this time round. Just firing like nobody's business, weaving backward and forward, and I've hit the tarmac again. If you had this game back in the day, let me know. It's a bit unwieldy, and what's happening now? Has it crashed? We can but hope. I hate this at the moment. Perhaps it's loading another level. Okay, now it's the traditional chase view you come to expect with Super Thunderblade. This is bad. Right, it moves bad, it controls bad. I wasn't a big fan of Super Thunderblade on the Mega Drive, but that's absolutely a million years in the future compared to this. So we're going past some office blocks, or is it just some licorice all sorts, the white and black ones? It's game over again. Yes, I think I might need to put, this is a cracked version I'm playing, so if I reload it I might be able to put infinite lives on to see any of it. These reviews aren't about expert gameplay, they're about seeing how you would have got on with the game your first second go, and would there have been enough if you want to go and play it again. And at the moment I can tell you, it would frustrate me silly, and there's no good elements of the game at all. This music at the start is not too bad, animation is poor, the controls are really, really awful, and that just kills it straight away. Frame rate is terrible, and you don't really feel like you're in control of it. The controls with the fire button and forward for the speed just doesn't work at all. Right, so no, hopefully the cheat works now. So I should be. No, the cheat isn't on. I have to reload it properly. I thought I could type something in. Right, okay, let's just go. Yeah, right. This will be my last proper go. Right, so on stage 1, there's 12 stages here. I would have taken this back to the shop. There's no way I would have played this once and not again. It's just too frustrating. And how long did that go last? That go lasted even shorter than the last one. There's no fun to be had. There's no addictiveness here to be had absolutely whatsoever. As you can tell, I hate this one. It's an absolute stinker. It doesn't just stink a little bit. It stinks loads. Right, yeah, so typing stuff in doesn't work. So we'll reload it, the cracked version, to get the infinite lives, and we'll see how many times I die. Hooray, you're back, are you? If you are back, then comment below. Yes, thank you for watching this far into the video. This is a tough game. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so, because that helps the channel grow. We'll review the good games, the bad games, and in this case, the absolutely damn awful games, which are horrendously bad. Right, you could try and go up and down, but the controls are so awkward, you might as well be wasting your time. So just go high and weave left and right, I would have thought. Try and take out the tanks before they can take out you. Helicopter can go a certain height there, but doesn't work as a top-down. The loading times in this bit for what essentially looks like something knocked up on Deluxe Paint 2 in a course of about 5 minutes. Yeah, this foreshortening thing past the licorice all sorts reminds me a little bit like the terribleness of Crazy Cars. There's not much. with a game like Super Harrier, there, at least it gives you a bit of the screen to go backward and forward to weave past the firing. Here, you're very limited because of the buildings, if that's what they are, each side. Unless it's a zebra leg and the other's the zebra on top of the legs has got so bored it's flown off. Now, I've just got a Gladiator helicopter we're flying here, but it doesn't really make too much of a difference. Yeah, I doubt I would have got to this far in the game back in the day. I wouldn't have had the persistence. Now, games can be difficult, don't get me wrong. If they are difficult, but they've got something good about them, a sound or music like that, it might drag you in to play a bit further. There's no real reason. If a friend's coming around, there's no real reason to put this in. Right, okay, I think this might be an end-of-level boss. Plane will go, for the aircraft go back and forth as we try and take out all the emplacements. Could be a lot smoother. This is 1989, so I suppose it's still, if you want to argue the case for it, it's a tough one for a lawyer, but if you want to argue the case for it, you could say this is quite early in the Commodore Amiga's run. Be interested to see if someone could do a homebrew on this, how much better they could make it nowadays. Obviously they need a complete overhaul in the control system, get the frame rate up there, and they could have something good. I mean, the best helicopter shooter probably there, although you don't have chase view on it, is Swiv, SWIV, the sequel to Silkworm, one of my favourite horizontal shooters as well. But you put that alongside this, it's just blowing it away miles, but it was a little bit later on. So this is what's come, and as you can see, it's another lazy conversion by the combination which was tier text and US Gold. US Gold, I don't know if this is an ST port directly, but they did. It's not as dark as what you'd expect from an Atari ST port, so maybe it wasn't. It's not using a great deal of the screen either. But they did some really lazy ports, US Gold, in most particular. Outrun, if Gremlin had been doing it, who did the Lotus games, it would have been a fully different game. But this is bad. It's like an 8-bit stroke 16-bit game. Be interested to see how this plays on the Commodore 64 in the case of Rolling Thunder. The Commodore 64 version was better than the Amiga due to that lazy port, and I think this might be the case here. If you played the Commodore 64 version, then let me know in the comment section below. Is that worth playing? Thunderblade? If so, I might add it to the list to do. But Infinite Lives, at least you've seen a bit more of the game that you wouldn't normally have seen, unless you was glutton for punishment or good at the game straight away. Admittedly, if you are good at games, or stage 1 ends, right, 11 to go, which we won't do. If you are good at games straight away, then obviously you get a bit more out of it. It's not very inviting from the start. You remember the start, don't you? I was being clobbered as I was still trying to work out what controls did what. Literally flew about 2 metres, and that was it. But Pepsi aren't too frightened. They've got an advert right at the start. I wonder if Pepsi will send me a load of Pepsi Cola now because I showed them. Probably not. Probably this will hurt Pepsi sales. Looks like stage 2 we're going down some sort of like a ravine, but the end result is the same. Very hard to have nostalgia for this one, unless it was the first game you had nothing to compare it with. I'd imagine a percentage of people would have done. Those people that almost bought it at the shops and now can see it here, hopefully you bought something different and you can think, well, I dodged one there. Yeah, it makes the playability of those other games a little bit better there. But anyway, the 3D ones I'm talking about with a big mammoth in. Space Harrier, that's it. Because I'm getting old, things momentarily get out of my brain. So we'll just do this stage. Aim the review to be about 10 minutes. Sometimes I go on longer if I'm enjoying myself. So with this one, I'm desperate to hit the escape pod or the parachute and eject quickly. So look at these things. What are they? Bits of concrete flying just up there, random pillars, they're all the same, and I'm stuck behind one. Oh man, Caravan. Can you say anything good about this game? It's, I mean, I'd rather be in a post office queue than get to the front and then the post office closes. And before it closes, they do a water pistol in my face. I'd rather do that than play this game for any length of time. Good luck to those people that went through all 12 stages of this thing. He obviously was, I don't know, some sort of different person to me. But the Amiga can do so much better than this, and it really annoys me, these lazy conversions. Wouldn't it be good now if someone, because the Amiga Mini's going great guns, wouldn't it be good if someone re-released all of these terrible US Gold arcade ports, they overhauled all of them, and they were all decent, because this game, the Amiga had the technology, this game could have been phenomenal, an Outrun could have been phenomenal, Rolling Thunder could have been phenomenal, but they were not. due to lazy or unskilled conversions that perhaps were a bit rushed through. But kids bought them anyway. They saw the arcades and they get conned by this absolute drivel. I think US Gold might have done a few good ones, but they're a bit few and far between. It doesn't sit well from a retro nostalgia point of view. If you're trying to get your child into the Commodore Amiga now, you would definitely not show them this, because it's very hard to love and grow any initial attachment to whatsoever. Too much stuff shooting at you. That's basically what it is. It's too cruel, and as I said before, the control system is goddamn awful. What a pig squeal of a game. I hated it. I won't be playing that again. So let's leave it here. We'll leave it on autopilot for him to get blown up every single time. So hope you liked having a look at that one. I didn't like playing it, but you might have just about sensed that. If you've got any comments about this game, similar games, any other conversions from US Gold or anything retro, then by all means, put that in the comment section below. You're more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.